It's been an interesting journey. I moved here back in 2002 from India for my university at Dell Computer Science. I didn't know anyone here, but it's been great. I've never been out of India, and then when we started the company as international students or just as entrepreneurs without a lot of network, because we were not born here, we didn't have an existing network. There have been quite a few organizations that helped us. Specifically, the ones that come to my mind right now would be ACOA would be one of the great helps when we started early on. IRAP was another help. Propel was another help.
As a recent grad or as a student, when you join Venture for Canada, you automatically have at least 200 friends, which are the other fellows, as well as all the mentors that are within the program, all the startups that are in with the program, all the managers, CEOs, founders, and even a little bit of family members of other fellows who might be of interest to you because of their career paths or their goals and missions in life. And there's also a lot of government networking and access to people that you would never have been able to come in contact with otherwise, especially if you're like me and you came from abroad with no professional network here. Venture for Canada really helps you to find that network through their community.
One of the first things you get is a 4-week really intensive training in Kingston, Ontario with the rest of your cohort. And over that time, you learn kind of all of the basics and foundational things that you need to know in order to start a business or work at a startup. I live in Halifax, and we have, I think, over 30 fellows now, like maybe even close to 40. And we get together for the trainings, but then we also have like social events outside of that. I found anytime I've got like a new idea that I'm very excited about, but I'm not really sure what the next steps would be, my immediate thought is to go find a fellow and talk to them about it.
EduNova got a lot of workshop. It's especially really specific for the international student. So, because there are so many things like international student couldn't understand, like a culture, like how to do the resume and how to do the cover letter and how to do the LinkedIn. So the EduNova like really detail oriented and helped us a lot about that, and also for the networking. There are so many events and they led us to doing, and we know how to introduce ourselves to the people, how to use a professional way, how to dress up in the different event.
Nova Scotia has the best schools. I start working, and right after school when I start working, there were lots of jobs available. After I graduated from Nova Scotia Community College, went to work, I got introduced to my wife, and we got married. Like 3 years after graduation, I got married, and now I have 3 kids. Nova Scotia now is my home. I love Nova Scotia because what is offered me, I even right now like Nova Scotia more than my first home, because my kids are here, my house is here, my car, everything. I have everything that I wanted, and Nova Scotia gave me everything that I wanted.
Got a lot of different support from local societies, and iSense is one of them. And iSense have different service for the client, and I benefit from their recruiting service, which means that if you want to looking for people and want to hire people, you could like ask them to provide this service. They could set an appointment with their client, and they could help you to match the right people to give you an interview. So I want to mention a program called International Graduate Entrepreneur Stream. It's for international graduate student. If you want to, after graduate, if you want to start your own business, you could start like right away. You don't need to work for other companies for 1 year to apply your like nomination or immigration status. You could like apply through your own business.
Me wanting to basically grow my father's legacy, I emerged in the family business about 7 years ago, and as many of you know, working in the family business, there are a lot of challenges. So I resorted to an amazing organization called the Family Business Association, and I started there about 7 years ago, and this organization has really helped me through challenges that we deal with in family business, and it's also made me meet a lot of like-minded people to share our concerns with, and also to learn from and grow from. One particular aspect of the Family Business Association that I recommend those who are interested in family business to become a part of is the peer-to-peer groups. It's a meeting once a month with like-minded individuals where we share our concerns and talk about different opportunities that we have in family business. Through attending these meetings, I really feel that it has definitely supported my foundation to grow my business.
Futurepreneur helped me a lot, and first, Futurepreneur helps me make my business goals clear, which is very, very important, and helps me to complete my business plan. And it also gives me the startup financial to get start, and also the amazing mentoring program. And this is how I met my mentor, Jennifer. Jennifer is amazing people. She's very, very supportive, and she's full of experience. And she guide me. She tell me how to manage my business, the culture difference.
What's important for a lot of new students who arrive in Halifax is to be able to discover the city and make friends before they move to rent a new apartment. And we provide them with the ability to live downtown for a short period of time without having to deal with the hassles of long-term rents and getting sign-ups for their power bills and internet bills or anything else that is required in an apartment lease. To start a business in Nova Scotia, you need a good idea and you need some funding. And you can get some funding from a number of different places in Nova Scotia because of the amount of help that's available for newcomers and the amount of help available for new businesses and startups. I took advantage of one of those opportunities with Seed. Seed was kind enough to provide us with a business loan to help us with purchasing equipment and furniture, and that has allowed us to accelerate the opening of our student residence, and has been a very pleasant experience all around.
I'd highly recommend people to come here and build a life and build a business here too, simply because it's an awesome city to be. B, there are abundance of talent because of the universities here, and C, the quality of life is amazing. It doesn't have the busyness and the hustle and bustle of a big city, but it still has the dedication, grit, and the support system that you will find anywhere else. So I would highly recommend people to come live here and have a great life, and also start a great business here in Nova Scotia.